Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I know that the mark of a strong person is to take on strong people. So I guess I'm not strong because I'm going to take on the feeble-minded Harry, Prince Harry. Unfortunately, but it's too irritating not to say a few words about this weasel. Obviously you know my personal assessment of this royal, and I don't have to mention his boss, which is his wife. And anyway, what happened? This guy, like any child left without guidance, he's gonna be a child. And if you ask the wrong questions, you will be able to figure out that he is a child in his head. Unfortunately, I watched a very funny interview with Nigel Farage, who I admire fantastically, and yeah, he's got some bad things. He's got mostly good things. Anyway, so he said that he was pushed, talking about Prince Harry, that he was pushed to school, he was pushed through military, he was pushed and guided by others because he's not the brightest kid, according to Nigel Farage. I'm paraphrasing, but he said he's not the brightest something, so meaning that he's not very smart. Anyway, he doesn't give me that impression either, but hey, and I'm entitled to have it. Unfortunately, he is married with this person, and that person handled this her access card. That's what he is, for her access card. Just swipe and enters certain kind of circles, and doors are opened for her. Now, what's the problem here? He obviously, when he was asked, let's put it differently, he, besides the fact that he was asked a few questions, but he came out with his memoir. Now, between you and I know a memoir is something that you write at the end of your life. So he's like, what, 40 some or so? I know he's younger than his wife, about 2 or 3 years, so I think she's like 40 something, 42, 43, I'm guessing, so he's about 40. So anyway, I think it's too early for a memoir, but money talks, so he needs to provide for his queen. Sorry, Dutch sex. No, Duchess of Sex. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, English is my second language. So let's move back to this guy. So he makes a claim in his book and his memoir, many claims that are like a series of child's grievances, like a child who has grievances with no sense of humor. And I don't understand why those people who wrote the book for him and edited it and printed it and all that did not take those childish grievances out. But I realized that his book actually is directed towards people like him that would support him. I'm not trying to, just disclaimer, I'm not trying to really, even if I do, it's not my intention to make fun of his fans. But how else can you interpret certain kind of statements that he made, but and say, yeah, that's serious? A normal adult will take those out. Like, for instance, he is crying that his father, King Charles III now, not the third, English, my second language, remember? He claims that his father said that, I don't know whose kid you actually are, I don't know if you're mine or something, and that affected the poor guy. Well, maybe he should question in his brain someone else besides his father, if his father is not certain if he is the father of Harry. Maybe he should, ask himself a few questions and dig into to find out his mother, what kind of hanky-panky she did. How do we call her? Lady D, whatever, Princess Diana. All right, she's human, I understand that. But when you take on such a job, I think that you should stick to the level. Now, you can say, well, Charles is a fuck up. Well, he might be, but I don't hear people talking about her in the same terms. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of leveling here. Anyway, that was one of Harry's grievances, that his dad made a joke like that, and he didn't like it a bit. Now, the reason for this video is that Harry said made some claims that are serious claims, serious and childish by being uttered, let alone put on your memoirs. And that is his alleged killing of 25 Taliban fighters while he was, you know, on duty tour in Afghanistan. And we have a general, and not only, who just said as this guy, this kid, Harry, just violated about 4 norms of conduct, military conduct. And one of them is loyalty, and I will read them to you. But it's very interesting that the people who edited this guy's bullshit did not think that that should be taken out. On the contrary, he probably said that just to show how big of a balls he's got, which I think they are in Meghan Markle's purse right now, if any, and I'll just tingy-lingy, maybe around her necklace or something. Now, he also cried about being pushed by his brother, William, to the floor, and he's got scratches, and he was all upset about it. It's a series of BS here. It's unbelievable. Now, obviously, Kate Middleton and his brother are responsible for him wearing that Nazi SS costume at a Halloween party. He's absolving himself of any guilt, of any problems. That's not a lot of self-reflection here and self-accountability. That tells me he's still a child, as I said. I think he's in the 3rd stage of Piaget's child stage development. I think they're 5 anyway. Model. So besides, he's making fun of his brother William, that he's losing his hair and is balding. I mean, really? I mean, look at him. I mean, he's not the, you know what I mean? You can talk, and you can also talk about his handler, which is Meghan, but if you touch that, then you're gonna be in big trouble. Even if you notice the obvious, you will get in trouble. You know, the emperor has clothes, if you know what I mean. So Prince Harry broke 4 military codes with tell-all TV show and book, says retired general. This comes from Sputnik, but I don't care. You can find it in Reuters. You can find it in many media outlets. All right, so Prince Harry has breached at least, and I'm quoting, at least 4 values of the military by boasting of his military exploits in his new autobiography. Major General Chip Chapman slammed the wayward prince, who renounced his royal duties in 2020 as, and I'm quoting, naive, I'm quoting, stupid, and I'm quoting, disloyal, for the claims he made in his forthcoming memoir, Spare. Well, we would like to spare you. You know what I mean? You're a spare tire. You do not need it. Bye. Not even spare. I don't know how to call it. And I'm quoting the general. We have a code of conduct. It's the values and standards of the military, and he's broken at least 4 of those values that include respect for others. And he sells his book. Hey, his fans, remember, respect for others. He doesn't really have, right? Integrity, you know what integrity is? Again, that means he drops you, you know, and he can lie, he can do whatever. Loyalty, remember his fans. Buy his book, and that's what you get. And selfless commitment. So these are the 4 that at least values. So respect for others, integrity, loyalty, and self-commitment. And all this could probably be, you know, applied to other of his endeavors. This kid needs to be taken off the rack, the public rack, because he's making a fool of his family, Great Britain by association and royal family. And someone is grinning in the background. Can you guess who that is? Yeah, because you see her teeth being white. And I'm quoting, you can't be any more disloyal, either both to the crown and the crown being a member of your family, the general added. And I'm quoting again, it's classily and naively stupid from Harry. his publishers, and his ghost writer, end quote. He's not an idiot either, right? Mr. Chapman. Chapman said Harry's boast that he killed 25 Taliban guerrillas while serving as a gunner on the excuse me, Apache attack helicopter in Afghanistan betrayed a US style, and I'm quoting, body count mentality, end quote, that he had never encountered in the British Armed Forces. That means it's someone else who might, if you know what I mean. Now the Taliban called Harry coward. After all, compared the Afghanistan war with video games. He's just a child. Unfortunately, he's a known child. And I'm quoting again, you would have found it in Vietnam. It was the macro level thing, but it's an awful lack of judgment and maturity. It's a naive approach to how the military should act, end quote, Chapman said. And I'm quoting again, also, he was not on the ground. He pointed out, and I'm quoting again, there's no way that he could ID anyone or bury them, so to give a specific number is, quite frankly, slightly ridiculous. Oh, end quote, is he lying? Ask Megan. Now he says, this general continues, for him who wants privacy and security, he's just opened himself up to every jihadist and nutcase out there, Chapman observed. Well, he's a child. He doesn't know what he's doing. Remember how Jesus Christ said, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing. Kind of like this with this kid. He will inherit Harry will inherit the kingdom of God. Remember when Jesus said, you're going to be like children, let the children come to me? Well, there's one right here. He's going to be the first one pushing everybody to the side. In the meantime, 25 more or something. Oh my God. So this is this guy. The sooner this guy hides, the better for himself, because he makes a fool of himself. The problem is, he have a following who everything I said right now will not be interpreted as I said or as the general interpreted. They will interpret it, poor guy, and he's such a good guy sharing with us. Can you imagine his trauma and how much he had to suffer and he sacrificed, and now you make fun of him. That's how they will take it. And then they say, be kind. Kindness. Well, I like truth more than kindness, just to start with. Okay, I can be kind and cheat on you. Do you like that one? Oh yeah, I mean, it's not to cheat on you and not be that kind. I know the ideal thing would be not to cheat anything and be kind, but you know what I mean? When you say, be kind. Well, I'll be kind to you. I want you to be truthful to me. How about that? You like that deal? You're going to always lose, because I'll be cheating on you. I will do every little shit that you might not like. I say, hey, don't get upset now. Be kind. Be kind. I said I'll be kind in my own style, in my own way. Yeah, okay, this is what's going on. And then you're going to have the other witch, female witch, if you know what I mean. Rhymes with the female, you know. She's going to show up with her memoir at, what, 47 or something. And then, anyway, my friends, I think that, again, I still support the case that King or William or Kate Middleton, but she's not in a position anyway, just strip this guy in this case, King Charles. Just take his everything, just go over there, be a private citizen, and vomit shit as much as you want about whomever. I would not touch this guy anymore with anything, not even reply to him, not even getting anything. I hope nothing bad happens to this guy, because this guy is full of rage, and is not as full of rage as his handler, which is his wife. I think she's a victim. We know that one. I don't know. She's a victim, and she's a strong woman, and she's fantastic, but she's a victim somehow. Anyway, I'm sorry I have to pick up on this guy, because I think that he is just an infantile, and he's handled by some really evil people who are not infantile. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.